Insurance. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. For more information, visit amicatexas.com. It is the most meaningful series at the ballpark this season. The wild card leading Boston Red Sox come to Arlington to face the team right behind them. And the Rangers are not the team they want to face right now. Hamilton is heating up. Millwood starts it off. Your Rangers are home. And it's baseball time in Texas. A shoutout tonight between Ranger fans and Red Sox fans. Yeah, Red Sox Nation will be heard from tonight, no doubt. Their team has a 1/2 a game lead in the wild card. Even in the loss column here are the Red Sox and the Rangers, but whoever wins this series will emerge as the wild card team for now out of the American League. It is game one of a big 3-game series tonight from here in Arlington. And we welcome you to Texas Ranger Baseball. Along with Tom Grieve, I'm Josh Lewin. It's great to report that the Rangers are in the race and that they've done so well against Boston head-to-head.
It really is nice. The Rangers have won 5 out of 6. That guarantees them the series win this year. First time they've done that in quite a while. The Rangers will not be happy with 5 wins and a season win. They want much more in this 3-game series. How have they done it so far this year? They've out-hit the Red Sox by about 50 points. They've scored more runs, a lot of low-scoring games, so they've done it with excellent pitching as well. In the 6 games, the Rangers' team ERA is .255.
That's pretty amazing stuff because the Red Sox absolutely swing the bats. They will not have Kevin Youkilis, of course, for this series. Jacoby Ellsbury's not in the lineup tonight, but still plenty of good bats in there. The Rangers have some good bats as well. One of them getting real hot. Josh Hamilton and the Rangers are good to go when we come back. to F-150. By Progressive. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. By Jack in the Box. Get the big deal today for just $2.99 plus tax. And by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It's on. A lot of buzz at the ballpark, and for very good reason. The Rangers are just a half a game out of the playoffs as of right now. A win tonight. That will be the latest in a season they'd be in position for a playoff spot since actually winning the AL West 10 years ago. And there's no better guy to have on the mound. That's the ace of the staff that Ron Washington sends out there, Kevin Millwood, taking on a Boston team that is 65-49. And the Red Sox giving Ellsbury the night off tonight as Josh Reddick leading off, setting up Pedroia, the former Cleveland Indian Victor Martinez, and then Jason Bay. J.D. Drew, Mike Lowell, and look at where Big Poppy's hitting in the batting order. 7th for the first time in 6 years. Jason Varitek is slumping. Nick Green is about to be out of a job because they just traded for Alex Gonzalez. Here's a little something on Kevin Millwood.
Excellent season for Kevin. 9-7. His ERA at 3.38 is 9th in the league. He's pitched very well against the Red Sox. A couple of big wins against them. One in Boston, one here. 2-0, 138. No home runs in 13 innings. Last 4 starts, 20 innings, only 4 walks and 15 strikeouts. Came back from his strained glute muscle and had a start against the Angels, a no decision. 6 innings, only 2 runs. Continues to throw well. Pitched really well in our ballpark. 7-1, 253 and 11 home starts.
Well, and talking about the home starts, it's pretty stunning. The last 35 starts he's made here in this ballpark, he's lost 5 of them.
Wow.
19 wins, 11 no decisions, only 5 losses. So this is the guy you want on the mound. Josh Reddick with a pop-up. And a nice beginning tonight. Elvis Andrus with the catch, and Dustin Pedroia comes up next. The Rangers will not have Nelson Cruz for this series. He, in fact, goes to the DL. Retroactive, though, is eligible to come back in 5 days. Young Andrews, Vizquel, and Blaylock. Even though Kinsler is active, he does not start tonight. And Nelson Cruz never really did get that ankle healthy enough to get going on the road trip. They're finally deciding, let's just make sure it's really healthy by the time the Minnesota Twins come to town.
He sure worked at it. He had visits to the training room, workouts in the outfield, agility drills, did everything he could to get back. It just wasn't coming back for him yet, and so he's got to take a little more time.
At least the Rangers do have Kinsler available now, so they do have a right-handed power bat. And the Rangers are not unhappy with the right-handed production of guys like Michael Young and Marlon Byrd. Even Elvis Andrus had a home run the other day. Now one line to foul by Pedroia, and his longtime rival, Mr. Kinsler, still leading the team in runs batted in, even though he was out of action for what amounted to, well, not quite 3 weeks. On the corner to last year's MVP, Dustin Pedroia. I want to say it's the first time we've seen Boston in their blues in quite some time.
Yeah, I can't remember seeing that.
Pedroia nails one to center field. Marlon Byrd is back. 2 down. Pedroia now 1 of 13 lifetime against Kevin Millwood. So talking about Millwood here in this ballpark, look at your 4 leaderboard, and the conventional wisdom long has been you can't pitch well in this ballpark, and Kevin Millwood is defying that. A 5.09 a home ERA last year. He has cut that to 2.53 this year, so he's cut it in half.
I don't know if the park has changed in some way. I don't know how it could have changed, or whether the weather's been a little different, whether the balls are different. I'm not sure if anything's different, but it just doesn't seem like the ball shoots out of here as often as it used to. Now there's days when it does. It just seems like it was more often in the past, and that maybe it is a little more fairer park for a pitcher right now. Not based on any statistics or facts, just an observation.
Millwood and Victor Martinez, they were a battery in Cleveland the year that Millwood won the American League ERA title. So a guy that used to catch Millwood now facing Millwood. And Martinez gets to start at first base tonight because, as we mentioned, Kevin Youkilis is suspended. This is game 3 of a 5-game suspension that he serves tonight. That's a nice little break for the Rangers. Youkilis obviously has been wearing out Texas now for years, and he will not play in this series.
I think this year you'd have to say Youkilis is by far the Red Sox most dangerous hitter. 300 hitter, 424 on base percentage, high slugging percentage. Just a good all-around hitter.
1-2 pitch. Make it 2-2 now. The Angels can't stay as hot as they've been. Just not possible. And the Baltimore Orioles are trashing him tonight, 7-2 in the 4th. The 2-2. Missing in. The Rangers 4.5 behind the Angels at game time tonight. There's still plenty of head-to-head still to come against the Angels. The last time the Rangers and Red Sox will go head-to-head, at least in the regular season. On appeal, no swing. So the 3-time All-Star Victor Martinez walks, and the batter is the very hot-hitting Jason Bay. Terry Francona's team, we mentioned, 16 games over 500. Former Rangers bench coach, what a job he was done in Boston. That is some kind of hornet's nest, as always, and he just never stopped smiling. Gonna handle the glare of the spotlight. If you're gonna take that gig, manage the Boston Red Sox, he does it so well.
Yeah, Terry Francona, I think, for the Red Sox has been the same kind of a steadying influence on their ball club as Joe Torre was for the Yankees. Similar kind of managers, similar kind of personalities. Maybe that's the kind of personality it takes to be successful.
That one getting away from Millwood, and all of a sudden a walk and a hit batsman.
Well, fans are booing, but that was a slow curveball that just slipped out of Kevin's hand. We had Victor Martinez behind in the count, lost him to a walk, and then let a curveball slip out of his hand, and now there's 2 men on for J.D. Drew.
Well, the Rangers coming off that 4-1 win in Cleveland yesterday. And the pitching continued to tell the tale. The Indians scored in only 2 of 26 innings that they batted in that 3-game series. 1 in their last 23. That's the thing, the last 5 games of that road trip for the Rangers, a team ERA of 1.8, and you're looking at 2 of the guys that helped get it done, Hunter and Feldman. Feldman now 8-1 in his 10 road starts this year. 1 no decision. We're told, Tag, that he is the first pitcher in franchise history to win 8 of his first 10 road starts in a season.
Wow.
Little things like that are popping up all over the place as the Rangers are doing things they've simply never done before.
A couple of good fastballs to Drew. Strike 1, strike 2, both swinging.
And now strike 3.
Wow, he just threw 3 straight fastballs right by him.
Great start to a big homestand. Jones, and then that's not a typo. Josh Hamilton hitting 900 in his last 10 at-bats. You got Blaylock and Murphy, a bunch of lefties all in a row there. The switch hitting Salt Lamakia, then Elvis Andrews. And John Lester, the scouting report brought to you by the Dallas County Community College District. Flat out, this guy's been unbelievable.
Well, he's had a great season. It's amazing how close the statistics are, the line for Lester compared to Millwood. They're both 9 and 7. Their ERAs are very close. Innings, hits, almost identical. Walks, almost identical. Lester has a big lead in strikeouts. And his start June 6th against the Rangers was one of his best starts. He retired the first 19 hitters in that game, struck out 11, only gave up a couple of hits and 1 run. It's kind of a Derek Holland against the Angels type game. And he's on a pretty good roll. He's pitching well. His last 2 starts, 2 runs in 13 innings.
The guy on deck, Michael Young, is the only guy that had a hit against him, and he had both of them in that complete game 2-hitter that Lester was able to fashion. And Michael Young said after the game, even though he had the 2 hits, he said that's the best game maybe I've ever seen pitched against us.
I remember that game, and it was tough to hit. He didn't make bad pitches. On the gun they have in Boston, he was throwing about 96 miles an hour with pinpoint control. And while Lester's been a good pitcher on the road, he's been a terrific pitcher at home. He's 21 and 5 in his career at Fenway. He's 15 and 10 on the road, which is pretty solid. Overall, 36 and 15. Not a bad start to a big league career.
Best winning percentage in the American League. And he is going to walk Omar Vizquel. Only Tim Lincecum in the National League has a winning percentage that approximates what John Lester's got going right now. Bay, Reddick, and Drew. Lowell, Green, Pedroia, and Victor Martinez for the Bostonians. Veritek is in a big-time slump, 2 for 28. And catching John Lester tonight. Michael Young will step in. Now, Michael's 7 for 14 lifetime against Lester. Everybody else in the Ranger lineup, in fact on the Rangers team, is a combined 7 for 56 against Lester. So Michael's the one guy that seems to have figured him out somehow. That's not a huge surprise. Look at the year that he's having overall, 318 batting average. His next home run will be number 20. Driving it, left center field, to the track, to the wall. Michael Young hits number 20. And did you see how fast he got around the bases and how excited he was?
What a great start to the ball game. Kevin pitched out of a jam, and 7 pitches into the game, it's a walk and a home run and a 2-0 Ranger lead.
Against a guy that had a perfect game against him into the 7th inning last time. That is some kind of statement.
The fastball looked like inside half of the plate. It was definitely going to be an RBI and at least a double. And it got about 2 rows back and turned into a home run. Very nice catch by an outfielder with a Red Sox shirt on.
Yeah, how about that? Well, here's one for you, Tag. Over the previous 250 pitches that John Lester had thrown, he had allowed 2 runs total. 7 pitches into tonight, 2 runs total. And Michael Young, look at that face.
Yeah, the difference is Lester has not faced the Rangers in this ballpark.
Foul tip, Marlon Byrd stays alive.
Red Sox are a little bit different team at home than they are on the road. At home, they're 38 and 18. On the road, they're 27 and 31. They're 4 games under 500 on the road. and so it stands to reason that it'll be a little bit more difficult for Lester pitching against the Rangers here than it would be in Fenway Park.
Literally, the Rangers have them just where they want them. And a lot of feel-good coming off the end of that road trip, too. Of course, it's a road trip that began very poorly with that walk-off loss in Oakland, that heartbreak loss. A couple more losses, and it looked like, oh, man, this could be the road trip that just sends them careening into the ditch. And true to form, Ron Washington's team has been so resilient all year. They just didn't let it happen. On appeal, strike three. Angel Hernandez, and don't mess with Angel.
In that game at Fenway that Lester pitched, that was a big strikeout pitch for him. The hard slider down and in. Tough to lay off of.
Maybe more than anything, Tag, and I could be wrong about this, but it just seems like the biggest overall vibe, the biggest feel-good vibe you get surrounding the Rangers this year is the fact that every time somebody out there is ready to give up on them, that's when they just start winning games again. And the guys in that dugout never do give up.
No, they've got confidence in themselves, and they know it's 162 games, and over 162 game season, you're going to have little stretches where you fall back a little bit, just like in Oakland when you lose 3 straight. But the one thing that has kept the Rangers from going into any long tailspin has been how effective their starting pitching has been. Right now they have 5 solid starting pitchers who are all throwing the ball very, very well. And when you have that, it's very difficult to go into a big tailspin because any one of the 5 pitchers can pull you out of it with a well-pitched game.
Yeah, it's easier to be resilient when, for example, Derek Holland goes out there and tunes it up the way he does, or Tommy Hunter.
Oh, Tommy Hunter pitched the game in Oakland after they lost 3 straight, came back and won a big game. Kevin won a big game in Boston that they needed to win. So all of them are doing that. And now that Neftali Felice is in the bullpen has been solid. It's even better now with him in the late inning role.
He's
along with Darren O'Day, CJ, Frankie at the end.
Well, and Felice has not only been good, he's been historically good. He's done things that no one's ever done in a Ranger uniform before. In fact, we're told anyway, the first pitcher in baseball history to allow no more than 1 batter to reach and have at least 7 strikeouts in his first 4 big league games. It's never happened until Neftali Felice. And it's not 7 strikeouts anyway that he's got, it's 13. That young man has faced 22 batters in the big leagues. Tag, he has struck out 13 of them.
Yeah, it looks like it's more. It feels like it's more than that.
Wave and a miss by Andrew Jones. John Lester reminds the Rangers he's pretty good. Now Josh Hamilton coming up.
Cutter broke slightly out of the strike zone.
Listen to the warm ovation that Josh is getting. Nine for his last 10. And over the road trip, well, hitting a little better than 450. Lester gets ahead of him 0-2. Couple of all-stars right there. Best batting average in the majors since the Rangers started that long road trip on August 3rd. Hamilton and Maurer. A walk and a homer to start the first inning. Vizquel and Young have scored the 2 runs. Lester's come right back with a couple of strikeouts. And Lester's not the kind of guy who will be pushed around. Remember, this is a guy that had to beat cancer not too long ago. That cancer is now in remission. Was diagnosed in '06, just a couple months after his promotion to the big leagues. Diagnosed with lymphoma at the age of 22 back then. Hamilton sails it into center. He's 10 for his last 11.
They threw a bunch of fastballs and then tried to break them balls, stayed up a little bit. Josh hammered it right back up the middle.
Boy, there's Hot and then there's Hamilton. 10 for 11.
And the last pitch got a lot of the plate. And that's not a real good spot to throw it to Josh or any hitter for that matter. He just hung that pitch, not where he was trying to throw it.
Well, the other thing the Rangers are doing here, obviously, Tom, is they're making Lester throw a heap of pitches in the first inning. This will be number 25 already. Boston was playing pretty well. They had won 3 straight until Justin Verlander shut him down yesterday. This exact same 2-0 score was their final. Doesn't look like the Yankees are in the mood to get caught by the Red Sox, though. Now, the Yankees have won 10 of 11. They've got a 6.5 game lead. Boston's very seasoned when it comes to this whole wild card thing. The Rangers are brand new to the wild card. They have not been in wild card contention ever since the wild card concept was introduced in 1995. The Red Sox, meantime, have won the wild card 6 times, including last year. Closest the Rangers have been to being the wild card team was in 2004 when they ended up 5 games out. But they were a lot closer the whole way to actually winning the AL West. They ended up 3 back in the West, and from what I recall that year, that was 5 years ago, we never really talked about the wild card. It was always more realistic that the Rangers would catch either Oakland or the Angels.
I think you try to talk about the division as long as you possibly can, because that's what you're shooting for. And there comes a point in time during the season where you have to settle on the wild card. That hasn't arrived yet for the Rangers.
No, it sure hasn't. And again, with the Angels losing tonight, the Rangers could be right back within 3.5 of first in the West.
And with the way the Rangers have played against the Angels this year, and a couple of more series left against them, as long as you stay close, you continue to play well against them, those will be some great series.
Lester's getting close to a 30-pitch first inning on this 92-degree night. He's from the Pacific Northwest, by the way, so used to a kind of a nice, cool, pleasant, crisp evening. Pitch number 30 ends up back in the crowd. And a nice crowd it is. The original expectation was about 32,000. I think they're going to sail way past that tonight.
It's a lot like other crowds that you see at our ballpark. About a half an hour before the game, you say to yourself, well, it's not going to be a huge crowd tonight. Then by 15 minutes after the game starts, it starts to fill in everywhere.
Blaylock down on strikes. Lester ends up striking out the side. However, the Michael Young 2-run homer has made it Rangers 2 and the Red Sox nothing.
Bastion of KinderVision. Tell us what KinderVision is all about.
Well, we're a nonprofit organization, and we provide educational resources to protect children, teens, and young adults from sexual exploitation and abduction.
Very good. Great organization. Keep up the great work. I know you guys are out here tonight. You see the information on the screen for those who want to learn more about KinderVision. Nice meeting you. Thank you very much. Josh.
Thank you, Jim. Welcome back. 11 days since we've talked to Jim Knox. Rangers 2 and the Red Sox nothing on a Michael Young home run. Now the other third baseman with the first name Mike at the plate. That's Mike Lowell. Another guy that tends to wear out the Rangers. And since he's come off the DL 4 weeks ago, pretty much everybody else. Smoked, foul.
Well, that was smoked. You could tell by the sound of the bat. That was a louder crack than the average bat hitting the ball. That's how Lowell's been hitting, too. Came into that game for Euclid the other day, hit a couple of home runs.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for, right? Euclid's out, Lowell in.
Yeah.
Tigers found that out the hard way. The Tigers with a 2.5 game lead now in the Central. That's the closest race going right now in any of the 6 divisions in Major League Baseball.
The White Sox have a stretch coming up at the end of August, beginning September, where they play the Red Sox 8 times in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Hopefully the White Sox are playing well. Jake Peavy will be back by then, pitch against the Red Sox.
He fared well in a minor league rehab assignment, we're told. Brandon McCarthy looked pretty good in his minor league rehab the other day. And we mentioned Ian Kinsler had just 2 days on a minor league rehab assignment. Ian not in the lineup tonight to start out for the Rangers, but available off the bench. Another one chopped foul. Now the Red Sox will have to test drive Derek Holland tomorrow. Brad Penny, the native Oklahoman, on the mound for Boston tomorrow night. Don't forget Sunday is a day game. Dustin Nippert will pitch that one. This time a base hit.
Lowell's taking good swings at everything you throw up there right now.
He and Josh Beckett coming over in that deal from the Florida Marlins together. The Rangers will not face Beckett in this series. He's got 14 wins. And what you're hearing in the background as you check the replay, that's the greeting for David Ortiz. It's been an interesting couple of weeks for Big Papi.
That's pretty much where I'd keep it right now against Big Papi. There was a time a couple of years ago where it looked like you could pitch him in there, but he shot so many of those pitches into the right field seats, it was ridiculous. But right now, he's, at least in the games we've seen him play, he's been struggling on that pitch in there.
Oh, with his name surfacing on quote-unquote the list a couple of weeks ago, all of a sudden now when he goes to visiting ballparks, he's starting to get shouted at a little bit. And that's the thing about David Ortiz. And, you know, he's waiting, obviously, as we all are, for the due process to come through, and we'll see what is exactly what with all of that. But this has been such an embraceable, lovable guy. And I think a lot of people in baseball are simply hoping for the best with that news.
Having a hard time commanding his fastball after getting strike one. 3 straight high fastballs. That kind of happened in Martinez's at bat. Got ahead in the count and then walked him. Take a look at the tracker.
Wow.
Kind of line up together there.
Another one. So a struggling David Ortiz gets first base donated to him. Mike Maddox knows that Millwood is a cagey veteran now, and a lot of times he's able to figure out his own mechanics. Doesn't need help from a guy like Mike Maddox, although if Mike sees something, I'm sure he'll run out there and tell him. But Millwood's got to go after Jason Varitek now, switch hitting veteran catcher, who's been, like David Ortiz, struggling of late. Marvin Hudson, by the way, is the home plate umpire tonight. He just called that one ball one. An inning that has started with a single and a walk.
Everything is up. 6 straight pitches.
And Boston known for being a very patient team. They will make you throw strikes. And Millwood unable to do it right now. The Red Sox have the second most walks achieved in the major leagues coming in tonight. Needed that. 3-1.
Well, the good part is you're still as bad as Kevin is struggling right now to throw a strike. You make one good pitch, turn a double play, and the whole inning turns right around.
That's what happened for Tommy Hunter the other day in Cleveland, right? Got Shin-Soo Choo to hit into that double play.
Yeah.
These are not the kind of runners that you figure would get started on 3-2. Lowell and Ortiz.
Coming back right there. After 7 straight high fastballs were out of the strike zone, comes back with 3 straight strikes to get Varitek looking. There they are, right on the inside part of the plate. And if he was able to throw Ortiz there, he would have gotten him out too, probably. He was just missing. That's where he was trying to throw Ortiz, just wasn't able to quite locate it there.
Now would you take that double play that you previously ordered?
Sure.
How about a 4th straight strike?
There you go. A slider right there for a strike.
Nick Green homered up on the hill, on, well, Green Hill. Last time the Red Sox played here. Line shot, first base, Blaylock's got it, double play!
Wasn't exactly how I envisioned it, but I'll take it.
Is that something you might possibly be interested in?
I would be possibly interested in it.
The Rangers turn 2, it stays 2-0. Tickets available in a variety of seating areas. Go to TexasRangers.com/eSavers. David Murphy, the former Red Sox, belting one into center. Rangers already leading 2-0. A lot of good things are happening early tonight, including some lefties getting hits against John Lester, which is not easy.
Yeah, I would bet that Lester has never faced a lineup that has had 3 straight left-hand hitters bat against him. Hamilton, Blaylock, Murphy for the Rangers. I doubt that he's seen that before.
It defies some conventional wisdom. But then again, the Rangers don't have a lot of options right now with Nelly Cruz on the DL.
Yeah, the way Josh has been swinging the bat really hasn't mattered whether it's a lefty or righty. It didn't matter to David too much right there either.
This year, actually, the whole lefty-righty split hasn't meant that much against Lester. 248 against lefties, 249 against righties. But I think you're exactly right. Most managers would not want to put 3 lefties all in a row against John Lester. It's worked out fine tonight.
Probably faced a lot of lineups where there's not 3 left-hand hitters in the whole lineup.
Rangers have a couple switch hitters in the lineup tonight, including Salty. Kevin Millwood pitched out of a potential nasty spot in that second inning. 2 on, nobody out, a 3-0 count to Veritek. A strikeout and a double play. Fouled back into the big crowd.
Got a real nice note from Richard Hendricks. He's the director of the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame Museum. They give out the annual Warren Spahn Award to the best left-hand hitter, best left-hand pitcher in baseball. CC Sabathia won it last year. Thank you, Richard, for the nice note. And best of luck with your annual award and your gala. I'm sure John Lester is one of the pitchers that's in the running for that award this year.
Saltalamacchia dribbles one up near third. The second one, Pedroia turns it, and nicely, a high 4-3 double play. That's one of the underrated things I think about Pedroia, is how well he comes across the bag like that. Last year, Tag, he turned 61 double plays, made 0 throwing errors.
Well, he won a Gold Glove too, so he's doing it pretty well.
Rookie of the year in 07, MVP in 08 was Pedroia. Elvis Andrews takes outside. Elvis with the homer yesterday in Cleveland, meaning he's driven in runs in back-to-back games. It's the first time since the middle of May that he's done that. So check the update from Baltimore. The Angels getting rolled tonight. Felix PA with a home run for the O's. Bobby Abreu has hit one out for the Angels, but the Angels gave up 6 in the bottom of the first in that game.
Yeah, that's Jared Weaver pitching. His last start was against Kevin Millwood and the Rangers. He beat the Rangers that day 3-2. Threw a terrific ball game. Struck out double digits. Hasn't gone so well for him tonight against Baltimore, though.
There have been some huge innings early around baseball tonight. Milwaukee put 8 on the board in the bottom of the first against the Astros tonight. And the Cubs today had a 10-run second inning on the way to a 17-2 win at Wrigley.
Wow.
Strike 3 taken by Elvis Andrews. Leadoff single fails to blossom for the Rangers. We're at the end of 2. And it's Texas 2, the Boston Red Sox. By AT&T, switch to the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And by Whataburger, just like you like it. Well, Kevin Millwood fought his way through it in that top of the second. Now in the top of the third inning in a 2-0 lead. The top third of the Boston Red Sox batting order. The Savannah, Georgia native Josh Reddick grew up a big-time Braves fan, meaning he followed Kevin Millwood as a kid. Now he faces Kevin Millwood as an adult. Blooped back in the crowd. The Rangers have won 16 of their last 24 games. They settle in for a nice little 7-game homestand right now. Off-speed foul. The Rangers have matched their high point of the season, being 15 games over 500. This homestand is kind of an oasis. There's not a lot of home games between August 20th and September the 11th. In fact, there are 3. Rangers have a long road trip coming up. Tampa Bay, New York, Minnesota. They come home to very quickly play Toronto. Then it's off to Baltimore and Cleveland. And a quick note about when Toronto's in. That September 1st game, a Tuesday, that's now a doubleheader. And they rain out back in June.
You can pay me now or you can pay me later. It's like we're paying later.
And walking away right now is Josh Reddick.
Very well located fastball. Tailed right onto the outside corner. Right near the outside corner.
Dustin Pedroia has 9 home runs this year, but 4 of them have been in his last 11 games. A lot of the comparisons that often get made between Kinsler and Pedroia, I think Ranger fans are always quick to point out that Kinsler's got the power numbers. Lately, though, Pedroia's kind of done a little Ian Kinsler impression.
Yeah, Pedroia's a remarkable hitter. We talk about him at least once every time we play him. Uses a relatively big bat, holds it right down in the bottom. That doesn't try to line the ball up the middle. Takes a huge swing and never strikes out. This year he's walked 53 times and only struck out 35 times. MVP, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, and Rookie of the Year. That's a pretty good resume for your first couple of years.
Well, we've told this story before, how Theo Epstein, their GM, has done interviews saying that he figures one of these years they're just going to put Dustin Pedroia's picture with no words on the cover of the Red Sox Player Development Guide. Just the picture, and if anyone asks what's that's all about, then Theo will say, well, just do everything like this guy, and we'd be real happy to have you in the organization. Fly ball center field, sinking, base hit. Only the second hit he's ever had against Millwood now in 14 tries.
Oh, it was a good pitch by Kevin. He got the fastball right where he wanted it, inside on the fist, jammed him. He hit a little bit too far for Omar and a little bit too short for Marlin to come in and have a chance. There's number 5 right on the inside corner.
Oh, the big swing, he almost topples right over. Tying man comes to the plate. It's Victor Martinez. And all across the baseball landscape, it seemed like everybody hailed this pickup as a real good pickup for Boston. He went to the All-Star game this year as a Cleveland Indian.
Last pitch was a strike.
Not according to Marvin Hudson.
Very few umpires call that pitch a strike. The one on the lower part of the strike zone, it's always in the rectangle.
That one's in the rectangle. Well, either the umpires need to look at what we're looking at, or we got to recalibrate the rectangle. One of the two.
It's a little bit subjective, I'm sure, how the rectangle is set at the knees, but I think overall that pitch right around the knees, slightly below the knees, very seldom gets called a strike. Good curveball. That's got to be a strike. Three was a strike. Just touched that outside corner. Wasn't quite as good a pitch as number one, according to our tracker. Martinez is another guy that doesn't strike out much. 55 walks, 57 strikeouts for a middle of the order guy. A good solid hitter. Off to a tremendous start this year.
Line to foul. Well, hooked right by Blaylock and the first base umpire Hernandez. A nice play down there. Well, the Orioles now leading 9-3 over the Angels. Meantime, the Tigers and the Royals are scoreless in the seventh. It is dueling two hitters tonight. It is Zach Greinke going for Kansas City. It is Jared Washburn for the Tigers. And maybe the best overall game being pitched tonight has to be. That is Josh Johnson of the Marlins, a guy that we seldom ever hear that much about, but he's having a great year. And tonight he's got a no-hitter into the seventh inning. Florida leading Colorado 3-0. Florida's only 4.5 out in the NL East. And the Rockies, meantime, as of right now, are the wild card team in the National League. Zoli hit towards second base. Vizquel shovel pass.
That looks fancy, but that's routine for him.
11 Gold Gloves, all on the shortstop side, but put him at second. It's fine too.
No difference flipping it with his glove or his hand.
Fame career out of dazzling up the middle. Just dazzled up the middle a couple minutes ago. Turning a double play, keeping it 2-0. At no time do his fingers leave his hands. It's a magic kind of double play right there. Now taking inside from Lester.
Omar's done this so many times that it's just a routine play for him to flip the ball with his glove, and it's quicker than transferring it to your hand and then flipping it to Elvis.
It's something he's practiced since he was a kid in Venezuela. And the guy that he flipped it to, Elvis Andrus, grew up practicing that play because he would watch his childhood hero, Omar Vizquel, do it on TV. Vizquel serves it into right, a base hit.
He worked the count and got a walk the first time up. He worked the count to 2-2. Took a couple of strikes, got a base hit that time up.
Michael Young was already homered. Coming up, we go to Jim Knox.
All right, thanks, Josh. Big group in center field from Odessa. Come armed with great signs. Odessa already caught Ranger fever.
Yeah, baby. Listen, Odessa, we're ready for the Rangers red and blue painting the town. We're ready for them to take the wild card lead today over the Red Sox.
There we go. All right, looking good out here, Odessa. Josh.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Jim. Michael Young has already blasted a home run off Lester. He is 3 for his last 3 against John Lester. Ruined his perfect game back at Fenway.
That's not an easy assignment either. It's pretty good hitting.
Now the last 2 starts Lester's had against the Rangers, he's given up 6 hits total. Michael Young's got 4 of them. That is a fixed-on scowl on the face of Michael Young tonight. Got his game face going.
Well, Lester's pitching him pretty carefully, too. He's well aware of the way Michael's hit him. Every pitcher is. Borderline pitches that Lester didn't get the call on. Could have been strikes.
Young hits it hard. There's Pedroia. Well, and I guess the irony is that Vizquel was the one running. And that's the kind of play that he's been making all year. Pedroia just made it, and there are quickly 2 out.
That was a tough play, too, because Michael hit that ball hard. He had to backhand it, took a little tricky. The ball hit right in the middle of his glove. Almost up the middle for a first and third.
Final thought on Vizquel, I guess, as we watch him go in towards second base. With the Red Sox having to go way off the board now to bring in Alex Gonzalez from Cincinnati, how perfect would Vizquel have been if they had assigned him instead of the Rangers to fit in on their team as a backup middle infield guy? What a nice thing that the Rangers were the ones that said, you know what, we're going to make sure he comes here. All the talk in Boston's been about, boy, they really need a veteran backup shortstop. Sorry, Boston. Marlon Byrd, I bet you, has broken 6 bats in the last 3 games.
Well, fortunately for everyone he breaks, there's about 10 more in the batting rack inside Zach's clubhouse. So he is not going to run out of them. And the bat manufacturer just goes ka-chink. Another $75 or whatever they cost. Thank you very much.
Now, who pays for those, Marlon or the team?
No, the team pays for those.
Towards right. End of the inning. Second straight inning, the Rangers had a leadoff single, but then followed it with a double play and an out. 2-0 Rangers at the end of for a The circle change. Answer coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-0 lead for the Rangers on a Michael Young home run. The Angels still trailing in Baltimore 9-3 tonight. Now Kevin Millwood will take on Jason Bay, who got hit by a pitch in the first. J.D. Drew and Mike Lowell to follow.
Both pitchers have high pitch totals for this stage of the game, but they've both been helped by double plays. Each team has turned 2 double plays in 3 innings.
By the way, the Josh Johnson no-hit bid has just ended. Garrett Atkins, a home run with 2 outs in the 7th. Kevin Millwood's got a no-hitter to his credit. That is a member of the Philadelphia Phillies 6 years ago. High strike. Going for his 10th win of this season. The North Carolina native, Kevin Millwood. Bounced it in there, 3-2. There have been some bouts of command issues for Kevin so far tonight, but so far he's navigated past them. In the air, right center field. Josh Hamilton back and over. He's got it. Bay has homered 4 times in his last 6 games. Ball seeming to jump off his bat of late. That one never even made the track.
Yeah, borderline pitch, down and away. Not sure whether it would have been called a ball or a strike. Most of those pitches have been called balls tonight, so it's a good thing he swung at it. Tough pitch to drive. It was a strike.
J.D. Drew hits the first one foul.
J.D. Drew's seen 4 straight fastballs, missed the first 3, struck out to end the first. Got a little piece of that one though.
Sounded like a broken bat. Elvis Andrus behind the bag, whirls and throws. And Angel Hernandez says Hank is off the bag.
That's too bad, because that was a beautiful play by both guys. Elvis to make the play and throw, Hank to scoop it on a hop, and Hernandez was right on top of that play. Says he did not have his foot on the bag. Too bad. Great pitch by Kevin. Jammed Drew. Boy, that's close. You can see the gap, but did it occur before he caught the ball or after? Definitely moving his foot off the bag, and you cannot fault the umpire for being out of position. He was right on top of that play.
Look where he's watching. Well, look at Angel Hernandez. It's exactly what he's watching for.
Too bad, because it was a beautiful play by both guys.
Well, so far Millwood's been getting double plays. Got a chance to get one here.
Wow.
Lowell hammered a single in the 2nd inning. Driving this one down the left field line. Murphy on the run. Murphy's got it.
Another good pitch by Kevin. Got that one in on the first 2.
And now Big Papi, David Ortiz.
Good movement on that pitch that tailed in on him.
Some things are going well for David Ortiz of late. The power numbers or getting there. He's up to 15 home runs. Got really well-trimmed facial hair. But there's been a lot of that. He has 4 for his last 39. The batting average is down to .218, and that's why he is down to number 7 in the batting order.
I think that's pretty much how every pitcher in the league is trying to pitch him right now. Bust him above the belt, in on the fists. You couldn't do that, as we talked about earlier in the game. You couldn't do that a few years ago. A lot of pitchers tried, and a lot of pitchers snapped their head back and watched the ball sail out of the ballpark.
Well, Scott Feldman is one of those guys that had to watch that. In fact, remember last year in that crazy 1917 game, it was David Ortiz hitting a pair of 3-run home runs in the first inning against Scott Feldman. That's 2 homers, 6 runs batted in before you get to the second inning.
Yeah, and Scott got a no decision in that game too.
The Rangers actually took a lead in that game, having trailed 10-0.
He's fouled off those last couple of pitches, but they still got in there pretty good.
That was the craziest game of last year. American League teams scoring 17 runs in a game, as the Rangers did, had been 522-0 in American League history. 1917, the final. Ortiz blasting it foul.
It's one right after the other, in on the fist. Ortiz trying to make a little adjustment.
Away 2-2 now. Millwood's averaged about 20 pitches per inning, and again with Boston, this is a team that will do that to a pitcher. Up and in, that is the theme with David Ortiz. So I guess until he proves he can hit that, keep going there, right?
Yeah, that's what Kevin's plan is so far in this at bat. That's where he's tried to throw every pitch.
Now missing down. The Rangers had a lead 7 pitches in to John Lester's night. Michael Young hitting the homer after Vizquel walked.
Well, even though Ortiz is hitting .218 and struggling, you still get the feeling he's a menacing guy at the plate. And you know what he's done in the past. You know what he's capable of doing. Even though he's struggling, you still got to battle with him up there. Feel like you can't afford to make a mistake to him.
Runner will get going from first. 3-2 pitch. And Ortiz has walked for a second time. Nothing's been easy for Millwood tonight. Now he's got to face Veritek. A reminder, you got the Rangers and Red Sox again tomorrow night and Sunday. Great seats available for the Sunday game still. You can get your tickets at TexasRangers.com or 972 Rangers if you want to call. I guess we're quibbling over their good seats or great seats. They're seats you'll enjoy. How's that? Veritek 2 for his last 30. Included in that the called strike 3 back in the second tonight. Breaking ball outside. Already 3 walks allowed by Millwood. He had walked only 2 his last 17 innings coming into tonight, but Again, with the Red Sox, they're going to lay off the close ones, make you earn everything you get. Rangers were home in a decent hour yesterday, finished up with that day game in Cleveland. It was a 5-5 road trip. Good night's sleep last night. Ready to get going this weekend against the Sox. Wave and a miss by Veritek, 2-2.
By the changeup, he got him way out in front of it.
Young Award winner, who has been credited by some with getting that circle change going, and he is in the Boston broadcast booth tonight. Sweet music, Frank Viola.
I didn't know it was Frank that invented that pitch. A lot of guys have thrown it since. Pedro Martinez has a great one.
Won the Cy Young in '88, and he pitched for the Red Sox a few years after that, 1992 through '94.
If you're wondering what is a circle change, if you put your thumb and your first finger together, touch the ends of the thumb and the finger and make a circle, put the ball in your hand and let that circle balance up against the side of the ball, and then throw it with your last three fingers. That's a circle change. You throw it as hard as you can, just like a fastball, but because the ball's gripped with the last three fingers instead of the first two fingers, it's a softer grip, and you can't throw it as fast. You can throw it as hard, and that's what you have to do to make it look like a fastball, but it won't come out of your hand as fast, and it fools the hitter.
And he racked up, I think it was 24 wins in that 1988 season. Beat out Dennis Eckersley for the Cy Young that year. And Dennis Eckersley, I guess ironically, is doing most of the TV work this year for the Red Sox in their booth. Jerry Remy, our good buddy on leave, want to give a quick shout out to the Rem Dog if he happens to be listening to our broadcast tonight. Andrew Jones walks. He leads the team in that department. Josh Hamilton comes up next. Batting fifth in the lineup for Ron Washington of late. Our Geico quote, Josh says he likes fifth.
Well, the good thing is when you're hitting like Josh, you can hit anywhere.
What, 10 for your last 11 is pretty good?
Yeah. Well, lead off, sure, go ahead.
The only out that Josh has, I guess, walked into, he flied to right against Fausto Carmona in the 6th inning on Wednesday.
That was a line shot, too. That was the day he went 3 for 4. That was the only ball that was an out. It was hit just as hard as the rest of them.
There was one check swing hit in the mix, too. So as they say, all those things do tend to even out.
Yeah, a little check swing ground ball to short that he beat out. And then in yesterday's game, the double that he had early to drive in 2 runs was kind of a soft looping ball down the left field line that Trevor Crowe dove for and couldn't catch.
Lester deals. Got a huge walk-up crowd tonight. It's got to be. As we mentioned, the Rangers initially were expecting between 30 and 32,000 tonight. Got to be about 40 to 42,000 here tonight.
It's funny, since the last time we talked about it, there's more people in the upper deck. And people have been coming into the ballpark for the first couple of innings. Great crowd.
Haven't had a season like this in a while.
Well, it's a perfect night to walk up to. It's a beautiful night. Red Sox are in town. You wake up and say, let's go to the game. Great night to do it.
We'll take the ratings hit. That's okay. More people come out here. That's good.
Yep, that's a very good thing.
Again, what's at stake here? I know it's only August 14th, but the Rangers would hop past the Red Sox into the wild card spot in the American League with a win tonight. Looks like they could get back to within 3.5 of first in the West as well. Hamilton works it to 3 and 2. Blaylock on deck and nobody out.
Josh has gone from 0 and 2 to 3 and 2. Lester walked Andrew Jones.
Ambit Electricity brings you the pitch tracker this inning. He's got to have a better move than that at some point, right? Josh Hamilton takes a walk. In an every inning tag, the Rangers have had the leadoff man on. In this particular inning, it's the first 2 men on base.
Yep, just got to stay away from the double play this inning. And Lester having a hard time throwing a strike right there to Josh after being ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. That's some respect.
And credit Josh for not helping out John Lester.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blaylock hasn't walked since July the 10th. That is a long time. He's had 33 strikeouts in that time. No walks. Let's see if he can work the count a bit himself. Outside corner, 1-1. Well, the fact that Hank is hitting better this year against lefties than righties shows you some progress. Tapped into the crowd. Lester throws hard. That one was at 94. Early June, he had 3 straight starts with either 2 or 3 hits allowed and either 11 or 12 strikeouts. That is some kind of run. And the Rangers are right in the middle of that.
Now, no one's done it in what?
Since 1900.
1900. I'd say that's a pretty good run.
Blaylock down on strikes. Can't move the runners. 5 strikeouts for Lester now.
Tough ball sinking down.
Murphy bopped a single into center in the second inning. John Lester last year threw 237 innings. That is 74 more than he'd ever thrown in a season before. He's been a workhorse for him again here in 09. Lester's a guy who grew up doing everything else besides pitching. Right-handed. Writing, eating, brushing his teeth. But pitching, he's a lefty. And one of the more successful, durable ones at that. It's working for him. 1-2. Now, meantime, Taylor Teagarden has come on deck for Saltalamacchia.
You'd have to think that it has something to do, at least it did last time Taylor came in, with Jared's shoulder.
Yeah, we'd hate to speculate, but Jared has had a tough time getting. I mean, obviously any catcher's not going to be anywhere close to 100% in August, but seems like a much lower percentage than that for Jared. The 2-2. That's another strikeout. 2 walks followed by 2 strikeouts, and it's up to Taylor Teagarden. They'll do a quick refresher on what Taylor Teagarden is all about. We'll send John Farrell, the pitching coach, out there to talk to John Lester. Taylor did not have a single on that road trip, but he had 2 home runs and 3 doubles.
Did he have any double-doubles?
No. I know you and I had some double-doubles. Those are tasty. So yeah, Saltalamacchia out, Teagarden in. Rangers trying to build on a 2-0 lead here in the 4th. Lester's absolutely a strikeout pitcher. He's got 6 already tonight. Show you that update from Baltimore. 9-5 now. The O's on top of the Angels. Already the Rangers have kind of shaken the foundation of John Lester. He allowed 1 home run in 70 innings coming in tonight. That was to A-Rod in his last start. And then Michael Young just pounded one out of here right away. Up too high to Taylor, 2-1. Getting some emails wondering who's the Rangers' emergency catcher, if indeed Jared can't go anymore tonight, if something happens to Taylor Teagarden.
Probably Esteban Herman, I guess.
Yeah, and we've seen. Yeah, I would have to say it's probably right. I mean, if it comes to that. They're hoping it doesn't, of course. 2-2 now with 2 on, 2 out. Well, both Millwood and Lester averaging about 20 pitches per inning. Got some hitters up there that are not giving at bats away at all. That's a good example right there. 95-mile-an-hour heat. Teagarden, who hasn't batted yet tonight, just hanging tough. Good take right there, 3-2 in a game that's had a playoff feel to it right from Jump Street tonight.
The runners will be running right here. You put something between the outfielders. Josh had a great chance to score from first base, even though it doesn't roll all the way to the wall.
Jones and Hamilton both walked, and now they'll be running. Teagarden down on strikes. Lester rallies to strike out the side. 2-0 Rangers at the end of 4.
John Grisham, now you've been in Texas back in 1994, a big Ranger fan because of your relationship with Nolan Ryan. You were actually here to interview him?
In 94 in the old ballpark, NBC Today asked me to interview Nolan Ryan. So I came down. George Bush owned the team at that time, and we sat in front of the dugout, and I got to ask Nolan Ryan any question I want to ask about baseball. It was a lot of fun.
Unbelievable. You are a Ranger fan as well as a St. Louis Cardinal fan. You grew up in Mississippi. Author of such books as The Firm that turned into a wonderful movie, Time to Kill. You go on and on. The Pelican Brief, they made movies out of this. And you were also, you were an attorney, and you started writing books the last 5 years?
I practiced law for only 10 years, and in the last 5 years of that career, I was trying to become a writer. I wrote A Time to Kill and The Firm back-to-back in the late 1980s. A Time to Kill was published 20 years ago in 1989. Didn't sell, didn't do very well. But when The Firm came out in 1991, it was an instant bestseller, and everything changed at that point, and they started making movies from the books, and life changed dramatically.
All right, real quick, what's next for John Grisham?
My first collection of short stories will come out in November. And then it's about time of the year to start worrying about the next big legal thriller.
There we go. All right, nice meeting you. Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the game. Yes, Josh.
Thank you very much, Jim, and a pleasure to have Mr. Grisham here tonight. You've probably read, oh gosh, I would say at least 1 or 2 John Grisham novels.
I love The Firm. That was my favorite one.
Nick Green's going to take inside. The command issues are still problematic here for Kevin Millwood tonight.
Kevin, fortunately, he's been able to come back when the command issues seem to present themselves, but they've been an issue in every inning. He's walked 4 batters now. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, third, and fourth. Gave up a hit to Pedroia in the 3rd inning and then a quick double play. That was the one quick inning.
We are told that Saltalamacchia left with some numbness in his right hand.
Oh boy.
I think wave and a miss by the rookie Josh Reddick.
That's not good.
And that's why Taylor Teagarden is in there catching Kevin Millwood now. Well, John Lester had an interesting bottom of the 4th. He walked the first 2. He struck out the next 3. Millwood walked the first Red Sox here in the 5th inning. The number 9 hitter, Nick Green. They're trying to strike out Reddick for a 2nd time in 3 innings.
Kevin's already at 91 pitches.
Hit high, hit well. Not well enough. Marlon Byrd, shy of the track, gathers it in. Josh Reddick, 5 of his 6 big league hits have gone for extra bases. That one jumped a little bit. Only one other Red Sox in the last 30 years had done what Josh Reddick has done. Have 5 of his first 6 big league hits go for extra bases. Archimedes Pozo did it about 10 years ago. I'm sure you remember the great Archimedes Pozo. They're hoping Josh Reddick has a little bit more staying power.
Well, I tell you, with the advent of the computer and statistical services,
well,
the insignificant baseball statistics are everywhere.
Well, it just affords us the opportunity to say Archimedes Pozo.
You know what? I don't think I even that was only 10 years ago. I don't even remember him. I hope he wasn't there very long.
No, he wasn't. He flamed out. Arquimedes. Pozo.
Wow.
P-O-Z-O.
I also hope that I didn't broadcast a game that he played in.
Yeah, remember that walk-off that he hit?
That seems like a name you might remember.
Now, had he been named, say, Oil Can Pozo, you might have remembered that.
I would have remembered that.
1-1 at Pedroia. Is outside, 2-1. The Orioles' lead is extended now to 11-5 on the Angels.
It's a lot like a game the Rangers had against the Angels in Anaheim.
You mean the one that ended 11-5?
Yeah. But it started out with a big lead. The Angels looked like they were going to make a little bit of a comeback, and the Rangers put it away.
There's one of those great big swings from a guy who's 5'8" or 5'9", Dustin Pedroia. Out number 2.
And then Kevin doing what he's done the whole game. A little bit of a lapse in command. He walked Green and comes right back to make some good pitches to get Reddick and Pedroia. And he's at 95 pitches right now.
Well, and it seems to me, Tag, this is exactly the kind of game that sets the tone. You got all these young pitchers that are watching Kevin Millwood out there, leading by example. Millwood doesn't have his great command tonight. But right now he's got a 2-0 lead in the 5th inning. It's what you do on the nights where you don't have no-hitter kind of stuff. That shows what you're made of. Breaking ball, a strike to Victor Martinez.
He's had to jam a lot of pitches into 5 innings. This will be pitch number 98.
Four walks, 4 strikeouts for Millwood tonight. John Lester has struck out 7. But he's also allowed the 2-run home run to Michael Young. Now, pitch number 1 was the one that was called a strike, right? And number 2 was called a ball. It's kind of opposite of what our rectangle showed.
Well, the count was 1-1, and I guess It actually really was 1-1, just in a different way.
All's fair in love and rectangles. Jason Bay looms on deck. Victor Martinez takes inside, 3-1. Boy, oh boy.
Could have been.
The Rangers, by the way, will have 9-1-2 in the order coming up in the bottom of the 5th. Three-one delivery. High fly ball, center field. Warning track. Marlon Byrd will gather it in. 3 fly balls to center, and Millwood is off the mound. And by Corona, official sponsor of the timeout. Underway in the bottom of the 5th, the Rangers lead the Red Sox 2-0. Marlon Byrd, by the way, not too long ago, made a friend for life. Elvis Andrus and Omar Vizquel as the Rangers try to build on that 2-0 lead against John Lester in Boston tonight. Mark McLemore joins us this inning. We're talking about the fever pitch that's going on here. It feels like October baseball, doesn't it?
It does. This is great. This is baseball atmosphere right here. Playoff atmosphere. It's great. I was down in the clubhouse earlier asking John Daniels, just give me a uniform. I don't know what I can do with it, but just give me one.
You could offer some moral support down the dugout.
That's about it.
That really, you look back to some of the teams here, Mac, that you played on, and moral support, leadership, character, camaraderie. You guys had it, didn't you?
We did. We had all of that. We had guys. If they couldn't play, if guys were on the DL, they were still on the bench the whole game. They stayed there. Back then you had a lot of guys on other teams that if you were on the DL, you just weren't there. You came, got your work in, you went home, didn't worry about the game or anything. But our teams, we were together and we were a true team.
96, 98, and 99, the only 3 years the Rangers have been to the postseason. They had a brief little dalliance in 2004. They kind of flirted with the possibility, and they just couldn't quite stick the landing. Alfonso Soriano got hurt in Oakland. I think a lot of people forget that. About 3 weeks to go in the season, there was the incident with Frankie Francisco in Oakland. A lot of things just kind of unraveled in all places Oakland, and the Rangers never did recover down the stretch. I still say a healthy Soriano, the Rangers might have made it in 2004.
There's no doubt about it. And I was with Oakland at the time, and actually I was there when he tried to steal third base and pulled something, and it was really a situation where he didn't need to steal third base. And you could just see the air go out of the team, in that series. It was incredible. It was something that he really didn't have to do, and I think it cost him a playoff berth that year.
That's the closest the Rangers have been since 1999 was that 04 season. Andrews becomes the 8th strikeout victim of John Lester. The Rangers yesterday, Mac, only struck out once in that game against the Indians, and that was with 1 out in the 9th inning. But I think you kind of had the sense that would not be happening tonight with Lester.
No, Lester's a great young pitcher. He knows how to pitch. This guy acts like he's been around for 10 years. The way he gets up on that mound and just attacks the strike zone. So more times than not, he's got his A game with him, and he's a very tough young pitcher.
Well, the veteran leadership coming from Omar Vizquel. That's something you can, we kind of, play around with that whole dynamic with you, but in serious business, you were a guy that was lauded for your veteran leadership, and Omar obviously is doing exactly that for the Rangers here.
He is, and I love it. This guy gets in the game, and here we go with another hit.
Almost run down by Reddick, but that's about as hard and deep as Omar Vizquel is going to hit a ball, and it's a nice statement to be making anyway.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was playing in a position where he could outrun that ball. You'd think he'd be playing a little more shallow, maybe a little bit more toward right field. And it looked like it was definitely in the gap for a double, but he was able to run it down.
Since we had John Grisham on the air just moments ago, I should point out that Omar's an author too. He wrote his autobiography 5 years ago. Are you in this? I can't remember.
I am not in that.
You're not. There's 300 pages here. You're not in it.
I hope not. There's not a whole lot he could say about me.
My life on and off the field. Omar Vizquel. And this is back when he was a 9-time Gold Glove Award-winning shortstop, according to the dust jacket.
Well, I think that had a lot to do with his years in Cleveland. Obviously, he accomplished a lot there and really made a name for himself in Cleveland.
We were talking earlier, Matt, about Michael Young and the success that he's had against John Lester, and statistically it stands to reason that a hitter would have a certain pitcher that he does well against. Might be a haphazard stat, but did you ever have a pitcher or two that you knew you had a pretty good shot at getting a hit against?
There were a couple of guys that my bats would get excited when they were pitching. I could walk in the clubhouse and my bats would tell me who was pitching.
Michael Young, who's already homered tonight, hits one this time to left field for an out, bringing our time with Mark McLemore to an end. Mac, you didn't get us a run.
Man, I'm making this way too quick. We need to change innings or something.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Ranger game on Fox Sports Southwest is being presented by Amica Insurance. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. For more information, visit amicatexas.com. Kevin Millwood has had to tiptoe through the minefield all night tonight. When the going has gotten tough, you know what he's done. Jason Bay hits it high, left center. That's 4 straight fly ball outs for Marlon Byrd. And quickly we go to Emily Jones.
Well, guys, a very big series for these Texas Rangers, and we are keeping up to date with all that is going on with this club via Twitter and Facebook. Right now, the top popular Twitter topic is this the biggest series of the season for these Texas Rangers? Log on to twitter.com/FS Southwest. Give us your thoughts on if this is the biggest series of the season. Guys?
Thank you, Em. Appreciate it. Don't forget Rangers Live after the game tonight. J.D. Drew will take a strike. Just to finish a point on Millwood, the Red Sox tonight have gone 0 for 9 with men on base. And I don't think that's by accident. I think that's Kevin Millwood just making pitches when he needs to.
Well, he's still throwing well, and he's battled through little bouts of command issues the whole game. And when he's needed to make pitches, he's been able to do it.
The Rangers do have action behind him in the bullpen. He's up to 104 of those pitches for the night. This one won't get to Marlon Byrd. It only gets to Mike Leon. So after the leadoff walk in the 5th, 5 straight fly ball outs now for Millwood. And Eddie Guardado getting ready out there.
Kevin had right around 100 pitches when the inning started, and only 3 or 4 pitches, and he's got 2 outs in this inning. Has a chance to have his quickest inning of the game, probably his last inning of the game. But I think if this game was last year or the year before, he would have been gone after 5 innings and 100 pitches. Instead, as has been the case all season long with the starters, 1 more inning, and here it is, trying to gut it through the 6th inning, starting the 6th inning with over 100 pitches.
Nolan Ryan asked for it from all of his pitchers, but I think specifically he wanted Kevin Millwood to set that tone. He's a veteran. He's the highest paid guy. He's supposed to be the ace, the guy that the young guys fall in line behind.
Want to thank Smokey Joe from Smokey Joe's Barbecue over in Dallas for the sweet potato pie he sent up today.
You ate that up real quick.
That was really good. Thank you, Smokey Joe. We get a lot of things sent up here, and it was right up there with some of the best.
That's inside to Lowell, 2-1.
Eddie Guardado is loose. He's ready in the bullpen. The left-hand hitting David Ortiz is next. That's got to be a strike.
Ortiz has walked twice tonight against Millwood. Here's Mike Maddox out. Ortiz and Guardado are great friends going back to their days together in Minnesota. It'll be an interesting confrontation. If it's Guardado against Ortiz as a tying man.
Probably not going to happen, or it'll be Ron Washington out there talking to Kevin.
Folks, a reminder, the rest of the way you can save up to 75% on tickets for Monday through Thursday Ranger home games, compliments of Southwest Airlines. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. It is Millwood leaving, and Maddox was on the mound when that all happened. So it is going to be Guardado, and it is going to be David Ortiz that he's got to face. Buddy Eddie Guardado. These guys, again, real good friends from their days together in Minnesota. The Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen, the veteran left-hander. Will barely miss here.
I think in that particular case, Ron Washington told Mike to go out and see how Kevin is, and during the discussion, it became obvious that bringing in Eddie was the right thing to do.
And a switch hitter on deck in Veritek. Noah threw 110 pitches tonight, walking 5 and hitting a batter. Eddie can't get the ball over. Nothing has come easy tonight. Darren O'Day getting ready next. That's a strike. Ortiz 4 for his last 39. But he's still David Ortiz. Got 15 home runs. And he fights back to make it 3-2.
Still a dangerous hitter. Eddie got behind in the count. He had to throw him fastballs. Kevin been pounding him in with fastballs all night long, but that one was more out over the plate. And in a count where he's looking for a fastball, he got a pitch that he could handle, and into the bullpen it went. Right down the middle of the plate.
So Michael Young and David Ortiz have traded to 2-run homers tonight. First time Ortiz has ever gotten a hit against his old friend. Ground ball, Michael Young has got it. Now the Rangers will try to break a 2-2 tie. worth $1,000 tonight, plus tickets to a Ranger game and dinner for two at Sonic. Good luck to Maxine Irvin of Garland. If a Ranger hits a grand slam this inning, we're giving away $25,000. You can register at any North Texas Sonic restaurant. Well, Tom Green, the last time this game was tied, the Rangers very quickly untied it with a two-run home run. Michael Young did that way back in the first when it was 0-0. Now it is 2-2. Marlon Byrd, Andrew Jones, and Josh Hamilton coming up against John Lester, who's already got 8 strikeouts tonight. The Angels are getting crushed by Baltimore tonight, 16-6, and the Rangers trying to take advantage of that. But David Ortiz just homered off his good buddy Eddie Guardado and tied this game here tonight, 2-2. Now Lester to Marlon Byrd. Kevin Millwood will get a no decision tonight. And as we said, he was just kind of bobbing and weaving all night. Just trying to outlast a very patient, very tough Boston lineup. The Red Sox made the Rangers go to their bullpen. The Rangers will try to do the same thing here for Boston. Lester's at 94 pitches. And 2 to Marlon Byrd. We get you from Byrd to Bard. Daniel Bard, the righty, getting ready out there. Marlon cranks one to center field. At the warning track, Reddick couldn't get it. Marlon to second. Thought about third. Jams on the brakes. He's got a double.
Well, I thought he was going to have a chance for a triple, but Reddick got back to the ball quickly. It looked like once it hit the wall, it came back towards second base. And Marlon might have a shot, but Reddick made a good recovery. First hit the Rangers have had since Omar singled to right field in the 3rd inning.
Not a knock on Reddick at all, but that's probably a ball that Jacoby Ellsbury finds a way to catch. As good as Ellsbury is. Go ahead man at second. And Andrew Jones trying to advance the runner anyway. It's 1-0 to him. One with Josh Hamilton on deck. Remember, Hamilton has been on base 11 of the last 12 times he's been up. Jones with a walk and a strikeout tonight. Lester has struck out 8 through 5 innings. His Boston team had lost 6 straight, then won 3 straight, and then yesterday lost 2-0 to Justin Verlander. Tigers, by the way, won their game tonight on a Brandon Inge walk-off in the bottom of the 9th, 1-0. Andrew Jones, a pop-up. Mike Lowell going over towards the stands, reaching in there, couldn't get it. Good job, fans.
Yeah, knocked the ball right out of his glove if he goes in there to try to catch it.
Good job, Boston fan. Or not. We shouldn't indict the Boston guy yet. Hang on. Everybody was reaching for it.
Yeah, the Boston guy was reaching for it. Thanks for the help. That was a catchable ball if there's no one there. But the fans have no obligation to let the opponent go in there and catch the ball. That's their territory.
Just don't throw beers on them.
Yeah, don't do that.
We learned that at Wrigley. Nope. That guy's getting charges pressed against him.
Yeah, as well he should.
By Shane Victorino.
Well, if the tide was turned in the other way, the fan would definitely file charges against the player.
No doubt. Another 1-2. Andrew Jones pokes it into right center field. Base hit. Here comes Marlon Byrd. 3-2 Texas.
Well, it wasn't pretty, but it was effective. He hit it right off the end of the bat, just blooped it into right center field. 2 Rangers hit, 1 Ranger scores. Oh boy, Andrew.
Attaboy fans over there. And that foul ball never did make it into the glove of Mike Lowell.
Absolutely.
Seventh pitch of the at-bat, a 1-2 count. Andrew's backside is going one way, the bat's going the other, and the ball ends up in right center.
It hit right off the end of the bat.
And once again, as soon as the game is tied, Rangers untie it. I would say Andrew kind of moseyed back to first right there. It's not like he was diving in. Now we'll see if the Rangers can further distance themselves from Boston here. Josh Hamilton's last 11 trips to the plate, official trips to the plate, he's got 10 hits. Throwing a walk as well, so 11 out of his last 12 plate appearances he has reached. Fights it foul into the crowd. The Mercedes-Benz attention assist of the game. Well, the fans denied Mike Lowell the chance to catch one. Andrew Jones comes through.
It's battling up there too against a pitcher with 8 strikeouts. Count behind in the count 1-2. Fouled off a couple. Ended up getting a base hit.
Remember, Lester was perfect into the 7th inning last time he faced the Rangers. With the 3 straight lefties up now, Hamilton, Blaylock, and Murphy, you figure Lester stays around to face all 3 of these guys, unless he just wilts in the heat. But Lester, of his last 20 starts now, has thrown 100 or more pitches in 19 of them. Hamilton is out. Strikeouts for Lester, bidding for his 6th double-digit strikeout game of the year already. Already leads the American League with 5 of those. Hank Blaylock up. Time for What Do You Know? Brought to you by Radio Shack. Hank had a triple in Cleveland, as a matter of fact. Michael Young's got a chance real soon to become the all-time Ranger leader in triples, just a couple behind Ruben Sierra. struck out a couple times tonight. But here are the Rangers leading 3-2 in a game that's been very tense since the first inning. Darren O'Day back up in the bullpen now. They're in the 9th inning in Baltimore. The Orioles lead the Angels 16-6. Got 19 hits tonight. I mentioned the Tigers beat the Royals 1-0. The walk-off for Brandon Inge, his 23rd of the year. Toronto beat Tampa Bay 5-2.
Be a good night to win. Everyone would have lost. Tampa Bay,
yeah,
a competitor. Red Sox, a competitor. And the Angels. .110 pitches for Lester. Got a right-hander, Daniel Bard, loose, but left-handed hitters coming up. Blaylock and then Murphy.
That one's on the outside edge, 1-2. Twins leading the Indians 9-0 tonight. White Sox lead the A's 2-0 early. In Oakland, it's 2-0 in the first. Blaylock victimized again. He was struck out 3 times tonight, and that's 10 for the game for Lester. He and Tim Lincecum now are the only 2 major leaguers that have struck out 10 in a game, as many as 6 times this year. One more lefty to face. And you figure maybe either way, this will be the last guy that Lester's got to deal with tonight. After David Ortiz tied the game in the top of the inning with a 2-run, 2-out homer off his buddy Eddie Guardado. The Rangers answer right back. Marlon Byrd a double. Andrew Jones a bloop single to score him. Again, the winner of this game tonight can wake up tomorrow morning and say they're the wild card team in the American League. As of right now, that wild card team, well, if it's the Rangers, you'll never guess who they draw in that first round. As of right now, it would be those New York Yankees again. Already the Rangers, in only 3 trips ever to the postseason, they have drawn the Yankees all 3 times. Outside corner, 2-2. So here's Lester. Past 115 pitches for the game. Trying to keep his team in it. 3-2. Wow, strikeout number 11. That's the 3rd time tonight he has struck out the side. But the Rangers taking the lead here in the 6th. It is 3-2. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. David Ortiz has the 2-run homer. Michael Young has the 2-run homer. The difference in the game, Andrew Jones' RBI hit. Darren O'Day comes in from that Ranger bullpen. There's going to be a pinch hitter to face him in just a moment. 43 games of service for O'Day. Waved by the Mets, grabbed by the Rangers. What a great grab that was. And a dash of speed for Boston here. Jacoby Ellsbury to pinch hit. He was challenging for the all-time Red Sox single-season record for stolen bases. You do not want to put this guy on in a 3-2 game. He was batting for the shortstop, Nick Green. Josh Reddick, the young lefty, stays on deck. Young in on the grass at third. That one way inside to Jacoby Ellsbury. Ellsbury figures to play, of course, both tomorrow and Sunday. Even though the on-base percentage isn't quite where he wants it to be this year. At .344, been getting on base enough to have those 52 steals. Three and one. Walks have been a problem tonight. The Rangers have put 5 Red Sox on with the walk. And they've hit a batter too. Come on back, Jacoby. 3 and 2.
Ellsbury obviously didn't think that it was a strike. Can't show the tracker, but the tracker did show that it was a strike.
Weakly hit towards second base. That's a big first out in the 3-2 game.
Get behind 3 and 1, come back and get him.
We go to Jim Knox.
All right, thank you, Josh. Progressive fan of the game has to be new Ranger fan. Eric, I say new Ranger fan because check out what happened in the bottom of the first. Michael Young hits a home run. Eric, in his Boston Red Sox hat and shirt, catches the ball. But now you change over to Ranger shirt and hat. Why, Eric?
It's my first time to catch a home run ball, and Michael Young did hit it, so I guess go Rangers!
Eric, progressive fan of the game. Congratulations. A tote bag, a hat, and a shirt. Way to go, Eric. New Ranger fan.
You know, he's got to be sincere because no Red Sox fan would ever do that. Michael Young converted him. Either that or do anything for a tote bag.
Well,
maybe that's it.
I pledge allegiance to Red Sox Nation unless there's a tote bag involved. Josh Reddick hitting one high to the track at the wall.
Wow. I thought that was gone the way Josh was going after it. It beats me.
And the battle of the Joshes right there. Reddick wiped out by Hamilton. Always ironic when right in front of the longest driver sign, it doesn't quite get out.
Boy, another foot. It might have been.
That was the second longest driver.
Actually, let's see, 100, 360, 120. Actually, it's about a 9 iron. Pitching wedge, maybe. Whoa, that was close.
Ain't nothing but a thing. 2 down.
Nothing but an out.
O'Day missing outside to Pedroia. You can't ease up on the throttle with Pedroia. He's been taking those vicious swings, especially over the last couple of weeks. Home run starting to fall in there for him. Close. 1 for 3 night for Pedroia tonight. You got Victor Martinez on deck. That's a strike. 2-2. Aaron O'Day. Sure enough, right on the corner. Trying to get these Ranger fans up for the 7th inning stretch in a good mood. It's been an 11 strikeout night for John Lester of Boston, but the Rangers have the lead 3-2. Temperature in the mid-80s right now. A little, kind of a soft breeze blowing towards right. And Aaron O'Day is ready. Fly ball, left field, long run for Murphy. No problem. 7th inning stretch. 3-2 Rangers. Cook tires tame the road. Pretty remarkable, Mr. Grieve. In the last 44 innings of Ranger baseball, there have only been runs scored against the Rangers in 3 of those 44 innings. That's incredible. 2 runs on 1 swing from David Ortiz tonight. But you're looking at the Southwest game summary. Michael Young's 2-run homer in the first. Kevin Millwood pitched well enough tonight. He is not online for the win anymore. That would go to Eddie Guardado. The irony there, he's the one that served up the home run. But he did get that last out, and then the Rangers went to work out the run back. New pitcher for Boston is Daniel Bard. Some other defensive changes we'll tell you about as well. Two 2-0 to Taylor Teagarden. 32nd game for Bard. Look at that. Opponents hitting only .202 against him. Nick Green is out. Chris Woodward is in. Although, again, remember, Alex Gonzalez arrives tomorrow from Cincinnati. Jacoby Ellsbury stays in the game playing center. John Lester ended up going 6 innings, giving up 6 hits and 3 runs. He struck out 11. Rangers also worked 3 walks against him. Teagarden, Andrews, and Vizquel for the Rangers here in the home 7th. In front of a big, lively crowd in Arlington tonight. 40,311 the attendance tonight. That's got to be a walk-up of about 9,000 would be my guess.
Bard's got a good arm. His fastball mid to upper 90s. And I'm sure he's one of the guys that they have in the back of their mind could be a future closer. But good stuff to go along with it. Hard breaking ball. Papelbon does not have a long-term contract, so if he ever did leave, they've got a pretty good guy right here being groomed for that role.
Teagarden draws the walk. All right, you bunting here with Elvis Andrews?
I'd say there's a pretty good chance.
He's certainly proven he can do it. Third baseman Lowell, who's been battling a sore back all year, is in on the grass. All the squares already. And pulls back and takes inside. Vizquel on deck, and then Michael Young. 3-2 Rangers for now. And there's the bunt. Up near first.
Very nice job. No way Martinez had a shot at second.
Well, with Omar Vizquel on deck, Elvis Andrews doesn't want to have to walk right by him back to the dugout having messed up the bunt. Omar was one of the best in the business forever, dropping down the bunts. Now Omar comes up with a chance to get something done. He's been on base twice, walking a single.
Left fielder Jason Bay was playing really shallow in left field, and even though that ball squirted by the third baseman, Taylor had no chance to score on it. Slapped it right by him. Third baseman's playing in on the grass, and Omar just slapped it right by him.
No, wonderful chance for Michael Young. He's already driven in 2 tonight. Foul right back. Fly ball of any depth. Makes it a 4-2 game for the Rangers. things going well right now. If you're a Ranger fan, you've watched Holland, you've watched Hunter, just to name a couple of young stars. You've watched Neftali Felice. Now comes word right now, Tag, that former Red Sox prospect and Ranger minor leaguer Luis Mendoza has pitched a no-hitter tonight.
Wow.
Shut down the Salt Lake Bees.
Was it a 9-inning no-hitter?
9-inning no-hitter. And
that's something.
That's the Angels AAA affiliate that he got.
Good for him.
Salt Lake just had a no-hitter of its own 2 weeks ago. Sean O'Sullivan pitched it. And now Luis Mendoza, congratulations to him. Good guy. Down in Oklahoma City pretty much all year. A no-hitter tonight. Young to right field. That'll absolutely work. Into the corner. J.D. Drew's got it. Both runners tag. 4-2 Rangers. A 3 RBI night for Mike Leone.
You get the run in, and because Omar alertly tagged up, still have a man in scoring position. Sacrifice bunt by Elvis played a big part in it. Taylor working a walk played a big part in it.
They're going to go ahead and intentionally walk Marlon Byrd, set up a potential double play with Andrew Jones. Oh, excuse me, just the force play with Andrew Jones. Sorry about that. And Tag, just to finish the thought on Oklahoma City tonight, the no-hitter for Luis Mendoza. Chris Davis, 2 hits, 2 runs batted in. Justin Smoke, 3 hits and 2 runs batted in. So
very nice.
I don't know if you can orchestrate a better overall night from a minor league team than that.
The Rangers orchestrating a pretty good inning right here if they get another hit. They've got a 2-run lead now. Nice insurance run in. We've got Andrew Jones coming up, trying to add to that 2-run lead. What is that song that they play for Andrew? Do you know?
Yeah, I do, and now the name of it totally escapes me. Oh, it's going to bug me all night.
There's something by Frank Sinatra?
Yeah. It's the chairman of the board. Or is it Pat Boone? John Farrell, the pitching coach, heads out there. Rangers 7 hits, the Red Sox 4. And Kevin Millwood will get a no decision tonight. But again, without his A-game stuff, he never did give in. The plate, 2-0, and Josh Hamilton on deck. Once again, you admire the fight in these Texas Rangers. Ortiz hit the game-tying homer. And back they've come.
Threw him a 2-0 breaking ball. Nice pitch.
Taking 2-2 with 2 on and 2 out in what's been a long bottom of the 7th inning. Daniel Bard throwing close to 2 dozen pitches. Just got word from Chuck Morgan. The song's by Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah. For Andrew Jones.
Okay.
Checking his swing. 3-2. Runners will get going. With the fans up and shouting to keep it 4-2. Presents What You Missed. Michael Young started the night with a bang, a 2-run home run. There's been some fine Ranger defense, too. Hank Blaylock turns a double play. Omar Vizquel, a thing of beauty. David Ortiz tied the game 2-2. But it didn't stay tied that long. Andrew Jones with a bloop hit. A 7-pitch at bat comes to an end very nicely. Rangers tack on a run after that. And it's 4-2 Texas as we go to the 8th. And time for C.J. Wilson. He's really been pitching well in 2009.
Hey, look at, he's appeared in a lot of games. 14 out of 17 in saves. More strikeouts than innings.
Top part of the order here: Martinez, Bay, and Drew. The Red Sox have but 4 hits tonight. CJ has made himself right at home here in Arlington.
Look at those numbers.
Trying to get through the 8th so that Frankie Francisco can pitch tonight. Frankie had the save yesterday, his first one since July 10th. When Frankie was out, CJ just kind of stepped right back in.
It's set up the way Ron likes to have it. A close game with his key guys, O'Day, Wilson, and Francisco. Neftali is probably not going to pitch tonight. He pitched 2 incredible innings yesterday. And although Ron has said he will use him in back-to-back games, probably not back-to-back after pitching 2 innings, unless he had to.
CJ animated after realizing it's now going to be 3-2. Don't want to get that tying man to the plate at any point. Certainly not Jason Bay, who has homered in 4 of his last 6 games.
He's definitely trying to keep it inside. Now he needs to throw a strike. Got a 2-run lead.
Pitch tracker this inning, by the way, brought to you by Amica Insurance. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. Roll the foul. Same 2 teams tomorrow night, of course. Derek Holland on the mound for the Rangers, coming off a sparkling outing on the road. The native Oklahoman, Brad Penny, going for Boston. Teagarden couldn't hold on.
Just barely got a tip on it. Tip on it.
Tough one to corral. Remember, Saltalamacchia started behind the plate tonight. Numbness in his right hand is why we're told he left. And Teagarden in there since the 3rd inning. Now he walks him. Again, nothing coming easy for the Rangers tonight. A lot of walks, even a hit batsman. Victor Martinez earlier in this game. We check out our Coors Light freeze cam. He's the one that hit it to Omar, and you can just watch that all night. Rangers have turned 2 double plays tonight. The 3rd will be pretty awesome right here. Jason Bay, 24 home runs, 81 runs batted in.
They'd like to turn a double play or have a fairly quick inning so that the 9th inning is the bottom of the order and not the top of the order.
Jason Bay, the guy brought in that 3-way deal when Manny Ramirez ended up with the Dodgers last season. And Bay is extraordinarily low maintenance. Runs out every ground ball, and as it's been written, he's more comfortable as a cog in the wheel as opposed to a squeaky wheel that wants some grease, which is what Manny Ramirez became. Theo Epstein, the GM, had a great quote. He said, "We obviously research guys we trade future Hall of Famers for." And they're real happy with what they got with Jason Bay. And in Bay's opening interview with the Boston media, he stated that his dad was a diehard Sox fan who had bought him a Red Sox onesie to wear when he was young. He had childhood bedroom posters of Jim Rice and Carl Yastrzemski growing up in his room, so it's a good fit. C.J. Wilson strikes him out.
Good pitch. Took a little bit off that. 86 miles an hour. Got Bay to chase it. Nice pitch. Like a slider down.
That's their big home run threat of late. Now the tying man becomes J.D. Drew. Strike 1. Infield hangs a double play depth. There is strike 2. Pretty safe lead at first for Martinez.
Yes, sir. Whoa. Just a little bit outside. Nice pitch. CJ came sidearm with that pitch. And it was a little bit outside. Good try.
You bust him in with a fastball now?
I think you just go right on the outside corner, right where he's going with a slider.
But there's that restraint that a lot of these Red Sox hitters are known for.
Now, personally, I've got to go with a fastball right here. Go with your best pitch.
That's the fastball. It is lined foul. Big time prospect several years ago out of Florida State. J.D. Drew. The 2-2. Check swing foul. It's going to end up being about 20 pitchers or more here to face 3 batters. Again. Yeah, it faded outside. Mike Lowell on deck. Chop ball, second base. Vizquel to Andrews. Andrews to Blaylock. Not in time. Fielder's choice.
That was a high chopper, a long throw from Omar. And J.D. Drew runs well. Couldn't quite turn it. And Elvis got a lot on that throw. Martinez goes in hard to try to break it up. But the throw from Omar is a good acrobatic move to get out of the way. But Drew just outran the ball to first base.
Mike Lowell has been on base twice. He's a tying man here in the top of the 8th. The Red Sox have only one hit all night with men on base, and that was the home run by Ortiz. Otherwise, they are 0 for 11.
The Red Sox have had 6 walks in the game, but they've only had 4 hits.
They got Big Papi on deck. Two walks and a home run tonight. Towards the crowd. In the crowd. So 2-2 to the dangerous Mike Lowell here in the 8th inning. Yet another full count. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. For more information, visit amicatexas.com. Big cheer for Josh Hamilton as he steps up. The Rangers lead the Red Sox tonight 4-2. If they keep this lead, they will jump past the Red Sox and become the wild card team in the American League for the moment. New pitcher to tell you about, Takashi Saito, the former LA Dodger. Yeah, 2 real good years as an LA Dodger as well. Josh Hamilton coming off just an incredible road trip. Been on base twice tonight with a single and a walk. As for Saito, a 3.07 ERA. The left-handed part of this Ranger batting order, Hamilton, Blaylock, and Murphy. And a right-hander tonight with most of the runs batted in, Michael Young, 3 of the 4. Well, the Rangers obviously have pitched the Red Sox tough all night. Frankie Francisco getting ready to take his turn in the ninth. How about C.J. Wilson? About a 30-pitch inning, but he made it through.
He didn't give him anything to hit, that's for sure. But when he had to throw a strike, he did.
Strike from Saito to Josh Hamilton. Well, that inning ended with David Ortiz on deck. And now it's the bottom third of the Red Sox order preparing to face Frankie Francisco in the ninth. Big crowd of 40,000 plus watching tonight here in Arlington. These Red Sox are in a stretch where they play 15 out of 19 games on the road. And as you mentioned earlier, Tag, they are not a good road team. Got the 3 games here in Arlington. It's a Rangers team they've beaten only once this season. Rangers trying to go to 6-1 against them.
Yeah, the Red Sox coming into the game 4 games under 500 on the road.
Hamilton shoots it into left field, base hit. He just keeps going to left and it keeps working. As for our Kevin Woodstein legendary performance, we're talking about C.J. Wilson and what he's done at home. 15 strikeouts and not even 11 innings since July the 3rd. Blaylock trying to avoid a 4 strikeout night. Had a tough time with John Lester, the left-handed starter. Hank wasn't alone in that one because there were 11 strikeouts total for Lester.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hitters struggle against Lester this year. Lester came into the game 3rd in strikeouts, and depending on what Greinke did tonight, he might have gone into 2nd place with 11 strikeouts. Oh, nice pitches by Saito right in the outside corner to Hank. Hank hasn't seen a lot of good pitches to hit tonight.
This is true. Murphy on deck. Got it. So now Murphy will come up. Teagarden to follow. We go to the set of Rangers Live. Dana Larson standing by.
And Josh, we are expecting a tremendous crowd out here at the Rangers Live set, and that fun atmosphere will be the backdrop
up for our post-game show. We will have tons of Ranger reaction to this game. Emily Jones will be in the clubhouse, plus Orioles, Angels highlights, and there were far more Baltimore highlights. That was the good news there. Plus, we'll hear from Derek Holland, the starter in Game 2 tomorrow. He admits the adrenaline probably going to be pumping a little bit more than normal. Join me, Mark McLemore, and a lot of fans coming up right after the game. Josh and Tom.
Thanks, Dan. There's Murphy with a pop-up in the foul ground. Out number 2. Well, we've already seen Holland completely take care of the Angels. That's a playoff caliber team. Red Sox are next men up.
Well, there haven't been a whole lot of people going into Anaheim and taking care of the Angels this year. They've swept the Red Sox there. Swept the Yankees there, too. Red Sox are 38-18 at home. The Rangers won 2 out of 3 in Boston.
Teagarden had the leadoff walk last inning. No small thing. He ended up getting bunted to second. He scored on a sac fly eventually. That's how the Rangers got their insurance run. Teagarden worked a nice long at bat into a walk. It started as a battle between Millwood and Lester tonight. 2 guys who were 9-7 coming in. Millwood just kind of persevered. And it's been the bullpen from there. Opponents are 2 for their last 29 now against the Ranger bullpen. Teagarden swats it into the crowd.
Yeah, it's definitely both phases of the pitching staff are doing extremely well. Whether you want to talk about that stat with the bullpen or whether you want to talk about how well the starting pitching is done, put it all together, and since the All-Star break, you've got the best staff in the American League, and overall, the Rangers right near the top as well. Kevin ended up 5 2/3 tonight, only 1 run. That was his runner that scored on Ortiz's home run.
Looking for their 3rd straight win and a chance to get ahead of Boston for the wild card. The Angels got annihilated in Baltimore tonight, so the Rangers also with a chance to get to within 3.5 in the West. Boy, a 16-6 game there. Brewers beat the Astros 11-2. Twins beat the Indians 11-0. 17-2 comes over the Pirates today.
And like a lot of the games between the Rangers and the Red Sox, a low-scoring game. Good pitching on both sides.
Chop ball third base. And that'll do it for the Rangers' 8th. Now it's all about the Red Sox 9th. Can Frankie Francisco bring it on in? If he does, Progressive. For a money-saving car insurance quote, call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE. And by the Ford F-150. It's not just a pickup truck, it's a Ford F-150. So, Tom, you mentioned there have been some low-scoring games between the Rangers and the Red Sox. The last couple of Ranger wins have been 3-1 and 4-2. And they are leading 4-2 right now, going into the ninth, and Frankie Francisco taking over. The shift will be on for David Ortiz. He's leading things off. The ERA just a nudge above 2 for Francisco. He had the save yesterday in Cleveland.
Yeah, Frankie in the game yesterday was throwing about 91, 92 when he started, and then by the time he finished that save, he was up where he normally is, around 94.
Ortiz cranks it. It's fair. And once again, the Red Sox will get the tying man up there. Boy, Ortiz has been an impossible out tonight. 2 walks, a homer, and a double.
He just got the bat started before Frankie let go of the ball, and he was looking fastball all the way.
Jason Varitek will be that tying man. Frankie Francisco started his professional career in the Boston Red Sox organization. At the age of 16, he was signed out of the Dominican. He actually didn't pitch. He was hurt his first year and a half with that organization. Spent 4 years in the minors for Boston. They dealt him to the Chicago White Sox, and that's where the Rangers got him from, the Carl Everett trade in July of '03.
He tried 2 off-speed pitches and missed with both of them.
Wow. 3-0. Darren O'Day probably had the cleanest night tonight of any Ranger pitcher. Frankie's going to have to fight back here. Varitek is just 2 for his last 32. And here he is sitting at 3-0.
Kevin struck him out early in the game after going to 3-0. Came back and threw him 3 strikes. And Frankie will do the same thing. There's 1.
2 more to go. There's 2. Ground ball. Vizquel with a backhand. Spin move. Throw. Safe the call at first.
Nice play by Omar. Way up the middle. Jumps. Nice scoop by Hank. Varitek beat it.
Wow, is that close?
That was close. Wow.
The go-ahead man now is Ellsbury. You got no speed on the bases here. Varitek and David Ortiz. Ellsbury runs so well. Tough to turn 2 against him. Line shot foul, and now Francisco's ahead, 2 strikes. With that insurance run in the 7th, with a sac bunt and a sac fly. You saw that Ellsbury is a great 2-strike hitter. Frankie's able to grab that out of the air. What a difference, but it's shot by him. It's 4-3, 2 on, nobody out. The bottom third of the order.
That's the bottom third of the order, but Ellsbury's the 9th hitter. He pinch hit for the 9th hitter. He got like a leadoff hitter batting 9th. Frankie got ahead of him with fastballs. He fouled off a fastball. He was late on the fastball that he fouled down the left field line. And then he got a splitter up. And that speed suited Ellsbury's swing in that at bat. And he ripped it up the middle.
Now it's the first at bat tonight for Chris Woodward, who's got to know that he's the odd man out as of tomorrow. Alex Gonzalez has just been traded for, brought in from Cincinnati for his 2nd tour with the Red Sox. I'm sure in Woodward's mind he's thinking, I'm not getting out of here without a fight.
His fight's going to be a sacrifice bunt.
Cornermen are in. Frankie deals. Gets the strike. The Red Sox had only 3 hits in the last 5 2/3 innings, but they're 3 for the last 3 here in the 9th. Strike 2.
Let's see if he has a button with 2 strikes. Then a curveball for strike 2.
Swinging away, it's still 0-2. In a troublesome 9th inning. David Ortiz with a double. Baratek an infield a hit. Ellsbury took one up the middle. And now last year's MVP is coming up. After Woodward is out, it is Dustin Pedroia coming up. We got a pinch runner into the game at 2nd base.
Buchholz, that's a pitcher pinch running right there. That would mean Victor Martinez, who's playing first base, would come in to catch.
Yeah.
They still have Casey Kochman on the bench. He'd go in and play first base.
So a pitcher can tie this game for Boston. On his birthday, no less. Clay Buchholz turning 25. Gets a pinch run. So here's Pedroia. Now Pedroia has hit into 17 double plays this year. That's a big number.
He doesn't strike out 35 times is all, so he puts the ball in play. He usually hits the ball pretty hard. So how about a nice ground ball to second?
I'll be hit to an 11-time Gold Glover if that's the case. Vizquel. Again, they have pinch run a pitcher at second base. That's the tying man, Buchholz. Great speed as the go-ahead man at first, Jacoby Ellsbury. A fly ball left field. It's deep. Murphy back. Leaping. He can't get it. But he hustles it in.
Going home.
Quickly. Michael Young fires to tie.
When you pinch run a pitcher for a position player, he went back to tag up with one out, it looked like, and got thrown out on the plate. The ball missed the cutoff man. The trailer was Michael Young, who, surprised that Buchholz was where he was, turned around and threw a strike, and it had to be a foot off the ground right on the plate to get Buchholz sliding head first.
Look at Murphy get this ball in.
He throws it over the cutoff man's head, but there's Michael, and look at that perfect throw to get Buchholz sliding home.
Boy, happy birthday, Clay Buchholz. You're diving in head first to home plate. Second and third, though, now, as Pedroia was easily able to get to second. First base is open. Victor Martinez coming up. It's 4-3 Rangers. Murphy to Young to Teagarden. Not exactly Tinkers to Evers to Chance. It's not a combo we ever really thought we'd say, but it worked. And now Frankie Francisco with 2 out. Strike one.
If that throw from Michael wasn't where it was, Buchholz would have scored. He was sliding head first. If the throw's higher, there's no way Taylor could have gotten the tag down. But Michael threw that ball pretty much the only place he could have thrown it and got it out.
A deer in the headlights was poor Clay Buchholz here.
I don't know why he made that step back to second the second time once he saw the ball go off the wall, but fortunately for the Rangers, he did. Third ball.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Victor Martinez, the batter. Tying man at third, go-ahead man at second. We will do it again. Big crowd of 40,000 plus on a beautiful Friday night. They can watch the Rangers hopscotch past the Boston Red Sox. For about the 10th time, probably, we're going to say nothing's coming easy tonight. But that's been the story of the season. The resilient Rangers. Every time you think you can put a pitchfork in them, up they rise. Jason Bay on deck, their big-time RBI guy. Another fly ball. Again into the crowd.
Frankie's throwing strikes. He's making good pitches. He's showing them everything he's got. Martinez is a good hitter. He's hanging in there. He doesn't strike out very much. He's one of those rare hitters that walks as much as he strikes out. And he's up there making a battle out of it.
Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up. Two strikes.
Boy, you just feel when the Rangers get the break, and Buchholz didn't score from second on the ball off the wall, that it was going to turn the Rangers' way. But that was a great at-bat for Martinez. He fouled off the tough pitches and got one he could handle on the inside part of the plate, and he doubles.
With the Red Sox down to their last strike, he turns on it. 3 in the 9th. Now you got to get Jason Bay. The Rangers will have to find a way against Jonathan Papelbon in the bottom of the 9th inning. They will have Andrews, Vizquel, and Young coming up. It all started with a David Ortiz double into that same right field corner. Boy, and then that infield hit by Varitek. He barely beat it out. Remember the line drive from Ellsbury that barely escaped Frankie. To right field again. Base hit again. Hamilton fires. 6-4.
6 hits for the Red Sox. And really only 1 out. And 1 out was Woodward struck out. The other 6 batters have had hits, and they've all hit the ball hard.
Now, a 30-pitch inning last inning for C.J. Wilson, and it was no harm, no foul. But the 30-pitch inning for Francisco here in the 9th, big problem. The Red Sox have not been scoring much lately. They'd had only 4 hits all night. Now here in this inning, they are 6 for 7. Runner goes. Great jump. They weren't paying any attention to him. Well, quickly this is unraveled. Jason Jennings has gotten up in the Ranger bullpen. Rangers led 4-3 and needed one more strike. Victor Martinez, the acquisition from the Cleveland Indians, has earned his keep tonight. He hit the double, then it was Bay, now it is Drew, and now it is 8-4 Boston. With a 4-2 lead into this ninth inning. Then it was 4-3, and they just needed to get one more strike. But now it is 8-4. Now Jack in the Box. Look at the wild card. As of right now, the Rangers are a half a game out. They were poised to jump past the Red Sox. Now we'll have to rally to make that happen. Jason Jennings has taken over for a shell-shocked Frankie Francisco. I don't think Frankie can quite believe what's happened. He's been money all year. And again, the Red Sox had only 4 hits all night. One of them was an infield hit. Now they have just blasted away. They have gone 7 for 8 at the plate here in the ninth inning. The one out sure was exciting. It wasn't a strikeout. That was on a base hit off the wall in left. Murphy to Young to Teagarden as they cut down Clay Buchholz, the pinch runner. And it looked like that would be the defining moment of the night. But as it turns out, an 8-pitch at bat with Victor Martinez was the defining thing that happened. Now the Rangers will have to get real busy real quick in the bottom of the ninth inning.
The Rangers had to throw over 60 pitches in the last 2 innings.
Well, the bullpen, which has been so solid, has picked a very poor time for this kind of inning.
Well, you know, you don't see nights like that very often against any pitcher. Yeah, they give up 7 hits and 6 runs. Especially against someone of Frankie's caliber, but that's baseball. Some nights that's the way it goes.
David Ortiz, who started this mess, swings right away. Boy, where was that when you needed it, huh? 6 in the ninth for Boston. Now here come the Rangers, trailing 8-4. 31 in save opportunities, and the walks totals are up a bit this year, but he's got 54 strikeouts in 49 innings. And maybe the saving grace will be that it's not a save situation. Maybe he doesn't have the adrenaline going. Maybe the Rangers can mount a rally here. 8-4 ball game. Victor Martinez indeed is the new catcher, moving in from first base. He provided the huge hit off Frankie Francisco. And Casey Kochman, as expected, comes into the game to play first base in place of Martinez. We are told it's the first time that Frankie Francisco has allowed 4 hits or 4 runs in relief. And it just so happened that it was tonight. That resiliency that we've been talking about will be put to an extreme test right here. Lowell in, even with the bag at third, trying to take away from a bunt single possibility. Elvis had the sac bunt in the 7th. Otherwise, he struck out a couple times tonight. John Lester started for the Red Sox tonight. He struck out 11. A reminder, Derek Holland is on the mound tomorrow for the Rangers. 7:05 first pitch. The Sunday is a 1:05 first pitch. Chop ball to short. A friendly hop. And 1 out in the 9th. If the Rangers don't find a way to come back, I think we'll take the air tomorrow talking about the need to prove once again that the Rangers are able to shrug off the tough ones. Took them a couple of days in Oakland. They had that real tough loss, giving up 3 in the 9th. They kind of stumbled around for a day or two after that, but then things got right again.
Well, the good thing is you have a game tomorrow. You don't have any time to dwell on it. Go home, get a good night's sleep. Got 2 different pitchers pitching tomorrow. Derek Holland coming off a really good game against the Angels, be pitching against the Red Sox. So it's not an easy game if you don't come back and win it. Not an easy game to lose, but good thing is you have another one tomorrow. Just come back and play a good game.
Obviously the 2-strike double to make it 5-4, that hurt, but then Bay with the RBI single and a 2-run homer by J.D. Drew made it a much tougher comeback. Six runs on 7 hits in the top of the 9th. The Red Sox fans are groaning now because they're being heard from. They're a team on top 8-4.
Another good game for Omar. Omar's got a couple of hits. He walked in the first inning, scored a run. His average back up to 295 now.
Sends one in the left. Jason Bay can't get it. And Vizquel to second base. He's on for a 4th time tonight. Now Young and then Bird. strike zone with a mid-90s to upper 90s fastball. Once he developed that splitter slash changeup, boy, he really took off. His natural throwing motion is pretty amazing. That right wrist bends really far back, further than most pitchers' wrists will bend. Got the palm under the ball, fingers entirely behind the ball. And it's like releasing a rock from a catapult. What the hitters call late life on that ball, created every time. That late hop on the ball. Vizquel will trot towards third as Young takes the strike. Applebaum was not quite as dominant in 08 as he was in 06 and 07, but he had 77 strikeouts last year and only 8 walks. This year again, not bad at all. Already a 3 RBI night for Michael. Infield back here, Vizquel running at third. Went too far, 2-2. The idea here is just to keep the conveyor belt moving. Michael doesn't want to hit a sac fly. He wants to get on base. Another Ranger hitter working deep into the count.
They just like to get 3 men on, get a run in and a couple men on. Just give someone a chance, one swing of the bat to tie the ball game. Get some base runners. Looked like he threw him a slider on the 3-2 pitch.
Right on the corner.
Nice pitch. Pretty tough pitch to hit. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
A rather incredible turn in the top of this 9th inning. All the Ranger fans standing up and cheering, yelling. As Frankie Francisco trying to protect a 4-2 lead. Two strikes now to Marlon Byrd. Don't forget Rangers live after the game. And again, Derek Holland on the mound for the Rangers tomorrow night. The 1-2 from Applebaum. Not called that time. Vizquel the runner at third. Been a long night, 3-hour, 40-minute game tonight. Trying for the outside corner, didn't get it.
Try that same slider that he got Michael with. That time he missed the outside corner with it. See, number 5 is definitely outside.
No relievers had a quick inning tonight. Applebaum no exception. His 20th pitch about to come. Hop towards the crowd. If Marlin can reach and if Andrew Jones can reach, the tying man is Josh Hamilton. He says hopefully. First, Marlin's got to find a way to get on. 3-2. He got him. And the Boston Red Sox have stolen one away tonight. A 6-run top of the 9th. And your final is the Red Sox 8